Popping the Fox. Hello and welcome to our Rest Insured program that we do a couple of times a month, actually, with this guy right here, Dave Bernhardt from Mason City. All Risk. How are you, sir? And did you have a good holiday?
Yeah, I did, Harry. I did. I didn't do anything wild and crazy. I'm way past that motorboating and drinking stage. So, now you just kind of stay home and put a big old chunk of meat on the smoker and hang out.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Had one of the family members come down and we did a few things together, mostly work kind of stuff, work on cars, change oil, or just, But no, it was a good weekend.
Yep.
Seen a little lightning and thunder up north the other night. Was kind of hoping, but it never made it this far.
No. We haven't had nothing since that, that good 3 to 4 inches that we had.
Wasn't that beautiful? All Saturday rain.
I know it. And now we're looking at, I always laugh at the whole knee high by the 4th of July. I think that was when I was a little kid, if not beyond that. Ever since I've been, I think in my 20s, 30s, 40s, and now 50s, I think it's the shoulder high by the 4th of July.
I know. There's pictures on Facebook and all over. Guys walking through cornfields and you can't see them or whatever.
Right.
But they plant a lot earlier nowadays. They plant in April. Back in the day, they didn't plant till maybe mid-May or sometimes or end of May. So stuff is better. Genetics are better, except for me. But genetics are better everywhere.
Dave, do they detassel anymore? Do they have crews that go out and do all that stuff? Remember when kids were doing that so much? Okay.
All right. That's pretty much, they go through it the first time mechanically.
Right.
They always have to have people actually walk through and get the ones that the machine misses.
Right.
So there is detasseling projects going on with the seed corn.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like back in the old days when there wasn't a mechanical machine. They have go through there and take them out, and somebody gets the job of walking through that cornfield from one end to the other.
Right.
In that nice July, August weather.
I know it. How's everything on the insurance end of things? They're getting getting all of their summertime toys all insured, I hope.
Absolutely. There is some acquisitions going on, more toys, boats, four-wheelers.
Yeah.
New term, razors now, them fancy ones. They call them razors or whatever, I guess. I was thinking a razor where you shave, but no, that's a whole other deal. But that's just, and also there's quite a bit of homeowners traffic going on. People upgrading, taking advantage of low interest rates, coming in, redoing their homeowners insurance. That makes a topic come up right now is I want people to be aware on their homeowners policy of the value that the home is insured for, because building costs have just gone out of sight.
Yeah.
So, I talked to a guy the other day with one of the companies, and he actually is responsible for going around and finding lumber and stuff for the insureds when they have to rebuild or because of a fire, wind or something. He says, Dave, back in the day, which is only a couple of years ago, you could buy an 8-foot 2x4 around $3.
Yeah.
Now it's like $9.50 for that same 2x4. And it's probably not even straight. It's probably all crooked.
Is it starting to come back down though? Now?
That's what I've heard. I've heard, and I hope it is, because so that being said, it may cost you, if you got your home insured for $150,000 or $200,000, woo, it may cost you, $250,000 or $300,000 to redo it, to rebuild it.
Exactly.
So check with your agent and get tuned up a little bit on that and find out there are policies with replacement costs.
All right.
Well, replacement cost doesn't mean unlimited. If your $200,000 home goes away, you can't build $1 million home and expect the insurance company to pay for it.
Right.
But know the parameters, know the information, what you can get, what you have, and what you're paying for.
That's right.
Also, even though there's a lack of new cars around, there's a lot of vehicles changing hands out here, primarily used ones from one person to another. People are upgrading a little bit on that. So insurance traffic has been pretty darn good, Harry.
Awesome.
We're working with the farmers, of course, trying to get their reports into us on what they planted and where they planted it. Because I think this year, that crop insurance policy might just be a pretty good thing to have in your back pocket in case Mother Nature decides to smack you in the face again and say, "Hey, it ain't over till it's over, guys."
That's right. That's right.
So that's a little bit of activity going on in here, along with the summertime stuff. But
right. Well, good. Well, it's always good to catch up with you and what's happening and what's going on in the insurance world. And we say it all the time, if you're not happy or you're confused about your insurance company that you're with now, man, take it over to Dave, and they're more than happy to, to let you say, look at it, and they'll either say, "Hey, you're in good shape. Just stay with what you got," or "Listen, we can do better. We can
One other tip here, Harry, and I try to bring in some realistic stuff that actually happens. If you sell your car or your trailer or your boat trailer or anything to someone else, okay, first of all, you want to make up a bill of sale or whatever, so legal and all that, both parties, date, and all that kind of stuff. But secondly, don't let the buyer walk away with your license plates, okay? Take them off. Those are your license plates.
That's right.
I get a call from an insured over the weekend. Well, I sold this to somebody and I let the license plates go with it. And I got a call from the police department. It's illegally parked.
Yeah.
The only way they had to check it was because your license plate, right?
Yep. And they that's the only way they can check on it. So you're right. It's like, hey, got to change it. So yeah, that's very good advice.
All about managing risk, man. It's just, don't let the new buyer walk away with your identity. That is a license plate, right?
That's right. Exactly. All right, Dave. All the information, of course, is right there underneath. You can see it at 1415 South Monroe and Mason City All Risk, of course. And you can call them as well, 641-423-8785. Otherwise, they're on Facebook, too. Dave's always good for a good chat.
I like to talk to people, as you can tell.
Sure.
We talk about different kind of stuff. Not always insurance.
That's right. You're good for your good conversation there.
All right, Dave or Harry. I'm talking to myself. See already.
I know it.
All right.
Even on your ads, you always say your name too. So that's they know who Dave Bernhardt is now.
Yeah. The other day I was in the grocery store and this lady comes up behind me. She says, "I know that name. I recognize that voice, not the name. I recognize that voice." And I turn around and I said, "Lady, that's proof you can do anything if you pay for it."
That's right. Nice to know you got the radio face going.
Radio face. See you on the radio, right?
All right, Dave. We'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. More Rest Insured here with Mason City All Risk Insurance. 1415 South Monroe, or call them up at 641-423-8785.
Have a good one.